Just another live chat, Saturday night. Let's see what we got. We could talk about anything. Anything out there we could chit chat about. I'm ready to go. Smoke a bogey. Bullshit. Whatever you got, we could chit chat about. I noticed that I've been telling my little stories about shit, crazy stuff in New York City and stuff like that. And people have been digging it, People have been liking those little stories. I've been getting a lot of views on like the little snippets that they make, YouTube makes, and puts like little snippets up of my stories up, and I'm gonna get a lot of views about it. So I could do some story time, some mother goose shit, and we tell stories all day. So let me know what you want to talk about. We'll figure it out. Ask me anything. I'll give you the answer. I'll tell you how I feel about it. We can go from there, and we can see what everybody thinks. I know that. Hey, stranger, what's going on? Just chit chatting about nothing right now. I don't know. Throw a topic out there, and we'll chit chat about something. I don't have my kids today, so I'm kind of bored. So figured I start a live. We could talk about anything. Whatever anybody wants to talk about, we'll put it out there and we'll talk about it. So I'm feeling like I can tell a story. You can ask me a question, ask my opinion on something. I'll give you my response. You can tell me what you think or what you want to talk about. Because I don't know, I got some pretty good stories. I'm not gonna lie. I live in New York, so I see some crazy stuff all the time. So I got some funny stories, crazy stories, silly stories. Anything that you want to talk about, we got. So let's put it out there. I've been trying to. I was talking about hobbies the other day, and I got a lot of hobbies, pricey hobbies. Unfortunately, I like to shoot my guns. I like to ride motorcycles and stuff. So I've been trying to fix my motorcycle up. I got hit by a car on my motorcycle, broke the forks of my motorcycle. I had to fix my motorcycle. What's going on, Summer? How are you? Yeah, I've been trying to just get as many errands done as possible. Can you tell the story of how you came out gay? I'm trying to help my son. I own many PPs. You want to tell the story of how I came out gay? Sorry about your motorcycle. Yeah, my motorcycle got tanked. I got tanked on my motorcycle. I was riding down a road westbound. Somebody was coming eastbound, and they turned right in front of me and tanked me on my motorcycle. Took me out. I flipped I did a freaking flip barrel roll, landed right on my tailbone, smacked my legs down. Brutal. So and I jumped up. My adrenaline was dumping. I jumped up. I picked my bike up. I was more worried about my motorcycle than I was worried about anything else. Because once you know that you're okay, you're like, fuck, my motorcycle, It's going to cost me so much money to fix this. My friend got hit by a car a few weeks ago. She's okay. Yeah, because nobody pays attention. When you're riding a motorcycle, it's not even you. It's the other people around you that you got to worry about. Because nobody looks, nobody pays attention. And you're so hyper focused while you're riding a motorcycle. I'll be looking in people's side mirrors and I'll see them on their phone, not even paying attention to the road, or they'll be looking at me, getting ready to go into a lane, looking at me in the mirror, and I'm like, yo, you're gonna fucking kill me. It's crazy. People don't pay attention. People don't pay attention. You gotta be careful on a motorcycle. I'm glad your friend's okay, because people don't pay attention. But had a nice little day. I went to the farm with my kids. Yeah, she flew 10 feet. It was crazy. Yeah, I flew. I flew. There was a video of it. It was crazy. I flew up in the air. I spun around, barrel rolled, came right down on my fucking ass. And I didn't break at my tailbone, thank God. But even landing on your tailbone and bruising your tailbone is brutal. Should play the next game. Yeah, it's crazy. You land on your tailbone, you bruise your tailbone, that shit hurts. You're like, you can't sit. I remember for like a week, it was like sleeping was miserable. And like for a month, like just sitting sucked. Because you're like, it's miserable. Yeah, it hurt a lot. And like I have a high tolerance of pain, but that tailbone kills. So I'm just trying to like recover from getting tanked by a car, trying to like fix my motorcycle up. It's almost done. I got a couple more things I got to do, little things. I'll be back on the road. Everyone's like, "You're crazy. You're gonna get back on a motorcycle after that happened? You're nuts." Because like riding a motorcycle, if you have stress in your life, riding a motorcycle is so freeing. So freeing. Like it's just you, your thoughts, and your helmet. You ride your motorcycle. You're on the open road. You're like hyper focused of everything that's going around you, and there's nothing like riding a motorcycle. I suggest if you guys are looking for like hobbies and you're looking to learn how to ride, if you don't ride, riding motorcycles is great. Like it definitely clears the air. And going shooting, I love going to the range. Go to the range, let rounds go down range. Even though it's so loud and there's explosions going off, just that like it's like peaceful. Like I say it all the time. You can find peace in anything that you do. You know, shooting, riding, playing bingo, whatever you got, you'll find peace in something that you enjoy doing. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm good. My motorcycle was a little beat up. Cost me some good chunk of change to fix it, but it is what it is. And but you'll find peace in anything that you do. Like I just try to find hobbies, man. That's what it comes down to. Find hobbies, something you enjoy, because everybody has to get rid of stress somehow. Everybody has different, vices, different ways to do it. But you gotta like have an outlet. I always say like mental health is always gonna be the most important thing. Lucky hairy bear. Yeah, riding a motorcycle is definitely similar to a dirt bike. A lot of dirt bikes are like two stroke, but like riding a motorcycle is the same thing. If you know how to use the clutch, throttle, clutch control, and stuff like that, it's the same thing riding a motorcycle. And if you know how to ride a dirt bike, you'll be like an ace on a motorcycle. You'll be like just a lot of motorcycles are a lot heavier. So like I think my Harley is like 700 pounds. Some dirt bikes are like 250, 300 pounds, depending on how big they are. Like Harleys are big. Harleys are heavy, depending on what model you have. And then if you go into like the baggers that have the bags on the sides, then you're talking like almost like 1,000 pounds. But like when you're riding, it's all balanced, you don't even feel that weight. And but I love riding motorcycles. Summer says hi. Hi, Summer. So what do you guys got going on tonight? Saturday night. I'm in New York, so it's 9:30 at night. I don't know where you guys are at. I know some people in California. It's probably like 6:30 p.m. Or in the Midwest, it's probably like 8. How much is it to pay to get it fixed? It's like thousands of dollars to fix it. Thousands of dollars to fix it. But you know, insurance, came in because I wasn't at fault. This lady cut in and hit me, so the insurance paid for it, but it still sucks. You got to come out of pocket for some things. Not everything's covered. Or you try to like you're in Kansas City, yeah, Kansas City. What time is it in Kansas City right now? Kansas City's like the Midwest, right? So you're talking like probably 8:35 right now. Kansas City, 8:35, 7:35. I don't know. Was it 2 hours, 1 hour from New York? So you're probably like 7:35, 8:35 over there, something like that. Yeah, 8:35, 8:35 in Kansas. But what's going down in Kansas? You don't have anything fun? See, fuck, Kansas scares the shit out of me because like you guys get tornadoes. There's nothing like a tornado. Tornadoes are some scary shit. In Florida, like I go to Florida a lot. You got hurricanes. Hurricanes are scary, but tornadoes are like another world. tornado will take away your house, lift up your car, send it freaking 10 blocks over. You'll be like trying to find your car. It'll be like freaking 10 blocks over, destroyed. So I can only imagine what it's like over there. You know, it sucks because like I noticed that like, I told you I was going through a divorce, right? So like I've been going through it for like 2 years. And it sucks because like sometimes I don't know what to do with myself. Like sometimes I don't even know what to do with myself. Cause like when I was married and kids and on my days off, like I could be home and just knowing that my family was home with me was like was good, knowing that you're like your wife and your kids are home with you, like you could be doing anything. I could have been in the basement playing, on my Oculus or like building something or just, hanging out in my man cave. But knowing that your family around was like good enough for you, like you didn't have to go anything. I wasn't ever like a big club or bar guy. And like I was good, but now I'm like living the single, you know, divorce life. And Fridays and Saturdays is like that time where people go out and they hang out and they have a good time. Like I don't even know what to do with myself because I don't want to go out to the bar or the club or whatever. Sometimes I just want to chill, be by myself. Like I'm good with being by myself. I don't need other people to occupy me. I can occupy myself. And but sometimes like on a Friday and Saturday night, I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm like 9:30 on a Saturday night. I should be out hanging out, having a good time, but like I'm cool at being at home and being by myself. And it's hard sometimes because you got to get used to this new lifestyle. Like I had that lifestyle where I worked a lot, but on my days off, like I would be home, and as long as my family was there, that's the only thing that mattered. And now, when you're by yourself, and I have my kids half the time, but like it's on my weekend to have the kids, and sometimes I'm like, what the fuck do I do with myself? It's all right, Summer. I appreciate just having someone here to chit chat with because you know what, like when everyone's going through some hard time in their life. Sometimes people just need to vent and like bullshit about what's going on. They got to clear their mind. They got to clear their heart. So sometimes you get in your feelings about certain things, and you just gotta bullshit and vent it out. Thank you, Summer. I appreciate it for the sub. And like I don't know. Sometimes it's Friday, Saturday night, 9:30 at night. Like what the hell am I doing? I'm sitting in my fucking car, drinking an energy drink, chit chatting with you guys because like I don't want to go out and party and do all this dumb shit. Like I had that married family life where I was married, I had my kids, I had my home, and I was happy. And then your life gets flips upside down after a divorce, and then you live in an apartment. You see your kids half the time. It gets shitty sometimes, but I try to stay positive about the whole situation. But sometimes I really don't know what to do with myself. You know, I'll be sitting here like sucks. You get older, you start having less friends, or like who you want to be friends with and who you don't want to be friends with anymore. So you gotta like, you know, figure out who's important and who you're gonna keep in your life. But like sometimes when I don't have my kids, like that's when I get the loneliest. Cause like when you have your kids, you're busy, you're occupied, you're going, everything's nonstop. Like I don't think about anything else when I have my kids but my kids. Have I ever had a fake friend and who was it? And how did you figure it out? Did I ever have a fake friend? Oh yeah. Oh man. I had so many fake friends. I used to have friends that were like my boys. We would hang out every single day. We were like a crew of like a bunch of us. We'd hang out, we'd skateboard together. We used to play music together and stuff like that. And we were all like best friends and brothers. And like I remember I was like 17 years old and I had a smoking hot, beautiful girlfriend. and she was hot for when we were 17 years old. She was a very, very beautiful girl, and I could just see my boys were so jealous that I had a beautiful girlfriend, and they all, you know, would try to like hit on my girlfriend behind my back. And she would tell me, she'd be like, "Yo, your boy like keeps trying to hit on me." And this is like MySpace days, probably MySpace days when MySpace was around, right? We had MySpace. There was no Facebook. I don't think Facebook kicked off until like I like was like in my senior year of high school, and by then it was still like so brand new that not everybody had it. But these are like MySpace days, and my girlfriend at the time, she'd be like, "Yo, your boy is like trying to flirt with me and hit me up," and I was like, "All right, maybe she's just taking it as flirting. Maybe he's really not doing that." And then she'd be like, "Yo, your friends are like trying to hit on me all the time," and then I would like call them out and be like, "Yo, stop hitting on my freaking girlfriend!" Like, and I was young and dumb. Just stop hitting on my girlfriend. They were still my boys though. Like it was bros before hoes. Like these are my boys. Maybe she was just taking it that way. Or maybe she was just trying to stir the pot because some girls like the drama. And I remember, and then me and her broke up. And when we broke up, like a few of my boys were trying to hit on her. Have a good night. Have a good night, Summer. But a few of my boys were like hitting on my girlfriend after we broke up, my ex-girlfriend. And like she would still hit me up and be like, "Your boys are ruthless. These are not your friends. Like, who does that?" And like after a while, I was like, I can't hang out with these guys, man. Like, who goes after your friend's ex-girlfriend? Like, I'm the type of guy that when your friend's dating somebody, they're off limits, no shit, because they're your friend's girlfriend. But if they break up, they're still off limits. They're still off limits. That was my boy's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, whatever. Like, they're off limits. You don't go behind your boy's back and hook up with his ex-girlfriend or hang out with his ex-girlfriend. That's some grimy shit. But people do it, you know? And like, growing up, I was always the kind of guy that was like, you treat people how you want to be treated. You treat people, oh fuck. You treat people the way that you want to be treated, right? And now that I'm older, I know it sounds selfish, but I was saying this to somebody earlier where I was like, now, before I do anything for anybody, I say to myself, would this person do this for me? Like if people ask me for favors and stuff like that, would this person do this for me? And if the answer is no, then I don't fucking do anything for anybody, man. Because everybody I feel like is one way. You don't have people out here that want to help out. Everyone has a hidden agenda or an ulterior motive, and people are always out for themselves, what's going to benefit themselves. So now, like, I used to do favors for people and help people out and like always be respectful to people. And then I would get fucked over. Or like when it was my time where I needed like help with something, nobody was around or they couldn't do it or whatever like that. So now before I do anything for anybody, I ask myself the question of like, would this person do this for me? Would this person help me out if I ask them this question? And if the answer is no, then I don't fucking help anybody out. If the answer is yes, then I help out. Like I have a friend, he's my boy. He's like my brother. Like he's helped me out so many times. There's times that he's dropped what he's doing to come help me out, or like only spare free time he had, he would come and help me out. That whenever he needed help with something, no problem. I would jump in, I would go do it because that's my boy. And then I've had friends that would hit me up and ask me for a favor, and I think to myself, would they do this for me? Would they stop in the middle of the night or whatever and do this for me? And if the answer was no, then I wouldn't do anything. Then I'd be like, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Why am I going to help somebody out when people don't help me out? It's the world we live in. It's the world we live in. All right. Let me see. My girl's calling me like crazy. She's probably going to be pissed off that I fucking denied her. So I want to come back live in a little bit. I got to go talk to my girl because she's going to be pissed off that I just gave her the fuck you button. So I'll be back, ladies and gents.